Right folks, Andy here. So I'm just out in my local woodland walking Rusty. He's over there sniffing about. I've returned to this spot. I quite like it here, it's nice and peaceful. But it's going to be a chilled out video. I'm just going to boil myself up a brew, eat a bit of trail mix. But I've also got a little project in mind while I'm out here. So I've cut myself 3 pieces of hazel. They're about thumb thickness. And I'm going to carve myself some tent pegs. So when I go camping, I don't usually use metal tent pegs. I'm guilty of it in the past, as I'm sure we all are. I've left one behind, and obviously metal doesn't decompose as easily as wood does. Now usually when I go out, I would just knock up a couple of tent pegs. It's not a big job, but sometimes it can be a bit of a nose when you've got other things you want to be getting on with. So I decided to make my own sort of permanent tent pegs. And if I do happen to leave one behind, I won't feel quite as guilty because these are wood, these will decompose back into the earth quite nicely. So I'll get cracking on with these now. So I'm going to use my knife as a guide. My knife is 10 inches, a 4.5 inch handle with a 4.5 inch blade. So I'm going to line it up with the wood. I'm going to put my tip of my thumb where the tip of the blade is, and I'm going to mark it, and that's going to be my sort of halfway point. So where the tip of my thumb is, it's a halfway point, and there's the back of the blade. So yeah, it's going to be perfect to get 2 tent pegs out of. So I'm just going to sort of carve a channel around it to make it easy to snap in half. You can use your saw, and I do have a saw, but it's good to practice knife skills. So holding the knife like that in the foregrip and with your thumb against the spine, and then you just dig the knife in. And you can do this all the way around in the same direction a couple of times, basically digging a little channel. And you turn around and you go in the opposite direction. And turn it over again and in the opposite direction. This will do one last time, and then should be at a point where I could just snap it in half. Yeah, 2 tent pegs, and I'll just repeat the process with the other 2, and then we'll have 6 lengths to carve into pegs. So there you are, there's the 6 pegs. They're not finished yet, but this is the first part of the process. So you've got the chamfered edges there. They're just going to need tidied up a bit from where they were snapped. Some of them are of different lengths, it's not going to hurt anything. So there's one done. Just do the same thing for all 6. That's them all chamfered nicely now. So I'm going to put the points onto them now. Initially I'm just going to do like a short, sharp point, and then once I've got that, I'm then going to elongate the points and make them longer, smoother, more bullet-like. So that's one. So I'm going to start back here and just strip back the bark, strip back the bark even. So we're like that, and just gently so we're getting there. It's becoming more missile-like. So with the tip, I'm just sort of chamfer it, I suppose, in a way, so it's not so pointy. So it's more bullet-like. And this will still go into the ground, just make it much more stronger and it'll last longer. So that's the sixth and final peg carved. 6 pegs of various lengths and thicknesses, but they'll do the job. If you wanted, you could carve a little notch at the top there to seat the cordage in, your guy line from your tarp or your tent or whatever. I've never ever bothered doing that, so I'm not going to do it with these either. You just knock these in at an angle, tie your guy line, and because it's at an angle and the guy line's going to be taut from the tarp, it shouldn't be able to slip up. So I've never had an issue with that using pegs like this, so I'm not going to bother with a notch, but you can do if you want. But yeah, that's me done. Time to chill out now and get a brew on, I think. Well folks, it was a nice little day in the woods, really enjoyed that, nice and chilled. But it's time to go home now, because it's my turn to cook dinner tonight, and I'm making chicken casserole and roast potatoes. That's right, I am well trained. But yeah, as always, I'm very thankful for you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you could share it, that would be awesome, like it as well. And if you're not already one, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, I'd really appreciate it because it'd help me out a lot. But I guess I'll see you in the next one. Take care.